Suite de nos aventures sur Golden Ridge, on va reprendre le fil de la quête principale sur les traces de la traîtresse. Donc on s'en était arrêté à aller voir l'abbé Newell à Matriarche Merci à Golden Ridge. Vous avez reçu un mystérieux message de la part de la dirigeante de l'ordre qui souhaite que vous entreteniez avec l'abbé Newell à Golden Ridge. Il pourrait vous en apprendre plus sur Victor Clemens, l'associé de Devry. Donc plus précisément sur la carte, on en était tout en bas ici. Et on va faire un œil ici, même si on a déjà discuté avec pas mal de monde. Alors, on a discuté avec le médecin.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness.
L'abbé Joseph Newell.
But it's my firm belief humanity can't do better. Ah, you must be the Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Logic, primarily. The study of correct reasoning, sequence, consequence relation. Ah, but I see by the glaze in your eyes that's of no interest to you, so let's move on, shall we? The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the N-Ray range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Zyranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Fascinating. Your fear response must be suffering from some impairment. Likely the result of a traumatic brain injury. I'd have to open you up to be sure.
A generous offer, my friend, but I don't think the agent is interested in exploratory surgeries at the moment. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zyranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
C'est une bonne question.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis. Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine. Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him, on us both. Why, Matriarch's mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development. Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. Especially given how very uncertain life in the colony has become. That is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
Bien. Donc on a vu l'abbé, maintenant enquêter au laboratoire de recherche sur les rayons. Et là on a l'invocation d'une innocence fructueuse. Emmener le message de l'abbé à l'avant-poste. D'accord. Donc ça c'est la quête principale et ça c'est une nouvelle quête. Et ben on va aller emmener le message de l'abbé à l'avant-poste. J'ai vu qu'il y avait des alliés, je me pensais pas qu'on m'attaquerait.
Medical personnel detected among nearby group of persons in need of medical personnel.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked?
You all right, officer? We saw the impact and got over here fast as we could. If there's anything we can...
We can do to part you from your bits while you're desperate? Yeah, I know your type. You go private, but then lurk in the shadows like manta wasps looking to prey on easy marks. You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot?
Ok.
Yeah? Well, what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what? Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you was someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. That bomb that hit us, it was filled with Zyranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn autodocs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the autodocs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message. There's been a murder at one of our forts. Trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him.
Ouais, j'ai déjà résolu l'affaire.
Well, I suppose it can't reflect badly on me to simply report the facts. And you have already made me look better in the eyes of the executives. All right, I'll send it. Though if you're looking for more work, I'll gladly pay you as per Auntie's rules and bylaws. Solving the rest sure would pluck some cysts off the pig that is my migraine. This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old, head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message. How did you know its name? And taken care of? But it's resolved. Wonderful. I had no idea how to even approach the issue. But I digress. When you walked into my chaos, I never fathomed you'd become such a boon to my personal endeavors. Job done and payment proffered. And if that concludes our business for the moment, I kindly ask you to vacate my outpost. I have much to do.
Soudoyer d'Urban, ouais, j'avais fait plein de choses, mais pas mal. Hein. L'officier nana vous a dit qu'il existe un moyen rapide et facile, mais sans aucun doute onéreux de gagner sa confiance. Ouais, bah ça m'a coûté moins cher. Mentiseur on a fait, enquêter sur le meurtre. Médecin de l'avant-poste aura besoin d'aide. Préparer ses autodocs. Ouais. Nice. Donc il n'y a plus qu'à aller retourner voir l'abbé.
Is the predetermined order to the entire universe. You have an abundance of valid options for your next mission destination, Commander.
Administrator Agarwal tells me you played a pivotal role in persuading the refugees to abandon their petition to move into the exclusion zone. Well done. Anything I can do to assist you?
Alors j'ai quelques questions à propos de sur quoi je travaillais. Ça doit être ce truc là.
Yes, what have you discovered?
Avant-poste, j'ai arrangé les choses.
Oh, you've lessened the load on my mind considerably. And you have the Order's gratitude. Any other updates?
Ça devrait mettre fin à la... Ouais, c'est bon. Alors, premier objectif. Enquêter à la manufacture de Zyranium numéro 7. En termes d'accès, on repart de notre plateforme. Hein. Là, on a atterri. Le rez-de-chaussée, puis on va jusque là. L'air d'y avoir grand monde.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zyranium Manufactory 7, presently and for an indeterminate time, is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Yet, how do I know you're not one of their number? An advanced party sent to cajole me into swinging free open the gate. What our consumerist rivals lack in intellectual rigor, they readily make up for in subterfuge and guile. Anyone can name drop our supreme calculator. Might as well say you're close personal friends while you're at it. We don't have time for your... Oh, yes, sir, let me just... Arbiter Métadier here. You claim you were invited by our presiding bishop? I read a missive from her on a key prediction due in this time frame. You match its broad details. Oh. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
Début de l'extrémité. Alors, on a une quête secondaire spécifique qui vient de démarrer. L'attaque à l'avant-poste a été lancée à partir de l'installation. Vous pensez qu'un membre du réseau de conspirateurs en est responsable pour empêcher la guerre de reprendre? Vous devez découvrir le coupable.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me.
Ouais, je crois que c'était une carte.
So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Wait, is that an Auntie's Choice enhanced soldier with you? Oh, I see what this is. Stay back. We have no desire to escalate things further. Don't do something you'll regret.
We want answers, not a fight. And if indeed there's any retribution to be had, it won't be by my hand. Tell him, Commander.
Surely. Far be it from me to question the irreproachable prudence of an enigmatic caller. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as
Toujours
I've seen to
irréprochable.
securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible. The initial evidence looks rather conclusive. And we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below. Which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufacturing operations. This facility has been an archetypical example of constancy and regularity. Ergo, the last place anyone would predict anything unpredicted would occur. Our suspect, one initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. Both of them? Well, one can hardly argue against thoroughness. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you were on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
Bien. Pas dépenser mes points tout de suite, on verra dans... que le jeu nous demande. Descendez. Ouais, de toute manière, pour faire cet objectif-là, à mon avis, il faut suivre au début de l'extrémité. Hein.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zyranium. Blue outpost opportunity to not but tingers of...
On l'aura plus sous les yeux.
Has it been classified as an accident or an attack? What I'd like to...
Descendre dans les profondeurs. Il va me demander à chaque fois, ça va être pénible.
My dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this. You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast? I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something? I demand your unconditional surrender at... Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Emergency detoxification initiated. What's her name took over. Things have been a mite haywire.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. It's less what happened than who happened. Initiate Alva, that is. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. Her role was to launch transport pods of volatile Zyranium to collection points in space. Not at the outposts of our rivals. Those poor, short-sighted commercialists. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
Ok. Ouais, parler aux deux parties.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varactin glycerine as slagging when it happened? How much viscous fluid
Of course she's hiding something. You think those two exemplars just fell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Factor said head on in. We don't wrap this up soon. We'll have consumed cases.
Alors, les deux initiés de leur cendre, ça te fait tirer dessus. Alors forcément, on est assez élevé, hein. Carte d'accès. Plus par là qu'on va. Le bruit. Ah, c'est la même chose. Bien.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who was that you brought with you? A friend? Ah, an Auntie's Choice grafted soldier. You poor dear. And someone else. Oh, my! That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding.
J'ai hâte d'écouter ses explications.
Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? Oh, don't they always attempt to, you know, flee the scene? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. I hate to speak poorly of management, but we work folk around the manufactory consider the proctor something of a petty bureaucrat, dear. I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. Well, you know the type, surely. I've refused a few promotions over the years. Undemanding work provides me ample personal time for my stories. I enjoy speculative fiction. Does that make me suspicious?
Yes. If you ain't climbing the ladder, you're on a downward trajectory. Nobody in their right mind would be content.
Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. If you need to hear me say it, surely. I promise not to destroy this facility with all of us in it. Was that reassuring enough? Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Bien, on a écouté les deux parties, donc prochaine étape, fouiller les archives. L'initié Alva affirme que l'histoire des tirs dans les archives devrait contenir toutes les informations importantes concernant le lancement.
Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her.
Investigator?
Registre de sauvegarde imprimé. Quelle est votre expertise? Antécédent repris de justice. L'archive indique que l'initié Alva a lancé l'attaque sur l'avant-poste. Opportunité, mais votre regard expérimenté identifie plusieurs produits chimiques à proximité dont on se sert pour falsifier des documents. Intéressant, hein? Il y a du bruit, j'ai eu peur. Historique effacé, merci de consulter les archives papier. Bizarre, hein? Bizarre. Trouver, voir l'initié. Vous avez découvert tout ce que vous pouviez dans le registre de lancement, informer l'initié de votre découverte. Il est le commissaire.
Hello, I've been conversing with Factor Métadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. A recent security audit brought up several curious messages meant for an unknown party, sent from a terminal somewhere on the premises. We were unable to track down the whereabouts of this mystery terminal, but one message contained certain oblique references to placing blame. Nothing conclusive, yet enough to give me pause.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear? Well, I'd certainly hope they'd exonerate me, but somehow I'm unsurprised they bear signs of falsification. Believe I'm starting to see a pattern. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply 2 further avenues of inquiry. A Zyranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the Zyranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics.
Traitement.
I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. Oh, I'm full of hidden depths, dear, but this isn't the time. Later, I promise. Anything you want to know, from my first science crush to my scientician aptitude test scores. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Bien. Alors, on a 2 objectifs. Logistique de raffinage et centre de traitement. Et ben, on va commencer par le centre de traitement.
Always account for standard deviation.
Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying.
Ah.
Let's get you healed.
Emergency protocol surveillance.
Ouais, ça c'est détestable, hein, sérieux. On prenait des dégâts, oui, mais... Ah putain que ça arrête de relever la personne, c'est... Il va prendre son petit coup de massue. On va rester un quelque part. Allez. C'est chiant ces bruits là, on a l'impression qu'on est entouré de bestioles. Hein?
Ah! Finally a favorable happenstance. After I became stuck in here, those organisms appeared, all hungry-eyed and slavering profusely. The door jammed. Not sure how. Worked perfectly acceptably earlier. Lockdown and my clumsy fumbling triggered a precautionary security setting. I can't reset it from here, and I'm not particularly enamored of being closed in. That much I certainly can do.
Alors, on sera mieux.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
Ouais, il regarde, hein. Alors, un tas bordélique de boîtes de distribution et de câbles reliés de nombreux systèmes de contrôle du bâtiment. Vous remarquez aisément que des câbles ont été branchés autrement après coup. De toute façon, j'ai pas le choix. Le câblage vous fait penser à la manière dont l'initié Alva avait pris le contrôle des portes du bureau d'opération. Les opérations. On est tout propre. Ah, y'a rien. Peut-être pas voir qu'on vole notre ami là-haut. Et là on est embuté. Ok. Bon. Donc enquêter au niveau du centre de traitement, c'est fait. Donc maintenant on va aller s'intéresser à la logistique de raffinage. Diversion causée par la fuite a été provoquée par des altérations des panneaux de commande en logistique de raffinage. Pour traverse. Efficace. Quoi ce bordel là?
Circumstances proceed toward intended results.
You'd think if she were responsible for the attack, she'd have happily thrown it in my face.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners. Good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Yes, suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zyranium overflow venting has gone completely haywire. What else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zyranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, I have something for your time and effort. Oh. Well, I might have kept the item in question then. No matter. It should guarantee you remain motivated to see it through. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours. Tremendous. Why, this day may average toward the positive yet. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
Oula. L'endroit est pas friendly, hein. Comment est foutue la zone, hein? Alors, évacuation de la pression. Ce panneau de contrôle permet à son utilisateur de modifier les paramètres. En ce, non. Les restrictions sécuritaires ont clairement été mises en place pour dépasser la tolérance établie, ce qui a provoqué une explosion. Retourner voir l'initié. Mais bien que sur le plan j'avais vu un passage sur le côté. Non.
Ah, you're back. I see my choice in you was well-founded. Zyranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it. the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries. Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, and my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees to the northeast from here. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the encoding of memory. I am greatly grateful you were helpful and effective. Farewell. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations. Can't miss it. Unless you do. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display.
Ça c'est sympa.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Oh, hello, dear.
Bien.
Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the order is, always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you've found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how. I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you dears to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Qu'est-ce qu'on va choisir?
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an order proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so little about. You are far more capable than some back manufacturing button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
Marisol's fine, thank you, dear.
I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
Alors prendre une décision. C'est pas bête, mais bon, elle est en infiltration, donc c'est pas comme si on l'avait débusqué, celle qui nous l'a dit.
I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
Niveau 8 tout de suite. Pas sûr que forcer...
I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
C'est un peu exagéré, je ne sais pas vraiment qui est fautif dans cette histoire, mais Marisol semble être un atout considérable.
I appreciate your practicality. Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Ouais, direct.
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business.
Je pense à Sam Fisher. Bon, voilà qui conclut une affaire des plus désagréables. Alors voilà qui est réglé maintenant. Que fait-on?
Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Updating threat assessment of Marisol Delgado to Hi.
Les fusils, rafale. Ah ouais, elle a du beau matos. Hein. Alors que je fasse du tri dans mon inventaire, est-ce que c'est le bordel hein? Alors, enquêter sur le conspirateur. Elle travaillait avec quelqu'un. Poursuivez votre enquête pour découvrir qui. Le terminal du bureau de Svoboda pourrait contenir d'autres indices. Salut jeune, ça gêne pas.
The Proctor left her terminal on. Maybe it holds some sign of who she was working for.
Alors, qu'est-ce que ça dit poubelle? Option de fichier inattendu, détecter, suppression complète. Alors, vous n'êtes pas sans ignorer que j'apprécie votre sagacité pour ce qui est de la surveillance. Cela dit, permettez-moi de vous poser la question suivante. Que conseillerez-vous à un individu qui a un proche dont la diligence semble s'amenuiser et dont les calculs deviennent de plus en plus criblés d'erreurs? Il ne faudrait certainement pas recommander une promotion pour le dit collègue. Tout cela reste hypothétique naturellement. Oh. Céder à l'entrepôt d'effluvium toxique.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
On va aller à l'entrepôt. Ah, il nous suit, hein.
This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal.
Wow.
Go ahead. You should have the honors.
Un autre terminal. L'attaque contre l'avant-poste était censée rallumer la flamme de combat entre eux. Cependant, le seul résultat est une enquête sur les deux régions qui menacent de trahir nos plans. C'est une erreur inacceptable et je n'attends mieux de votre part. J'aurais peut-être dû confier cette tâche à Louvino dès le départ. Coopérer avec l'agent du directoire terrien tant que cela ne le mène pas à nous. Sachez qu'un autre échec aura de graves conséquences. De non identifié, bah ouais. À destinataire inconnu, bon. Ok, à la lumière des récents. Entre-temps, devrait a conclu que nous devions suivre l'alternative. Et B.
The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here.
Et voilà, vaut mieux être transparent. Hein.
I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say?
Aider quelqu'un comme vous qui a des choses à régler, comment refuser?
Good, good. It's a little crowded here though, isn't it?
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place. Yeah.
Bon bah on a terminé avec au début de l'extrémité.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. Well, regardless, I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
Bien. On a bien bossé. Et on a un nouveau compagnon. Bien, maintenant on va aller du côté du laboratoire de recherche sur les rayons N. Alors attention, il y a un cours d'eau là. Hein. Bon, je pense qu'on peut prendre appui là-dessus, mais... Notre double saut fonctionne. Alors je pense également qu'on doit pouvoir passer ici par ce bâtiment là. Mais j'ai pas creusé. Ça qui est bien dans le genre de jeu, il y a toujours 1001 façons d'arriver à nos fins. Le labo. Avec son petit paquet d'XP qui fait plaisir.
Used to be a thriving hub of experimental I'm accustomed to this sort of sight when I leave a facility, not when I enter one.
Crochetage, frustration, quand tu nous tiens. Alors, est-ce que je dépense mes points crochetage, j'en ai. En plus, il y a un peu d'XP donc. On vient de par là, donc la suite c'est ici. Ah.
We can hear those wriggly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Wow. L'ambiance est particulière. Tiens. Ah, attends, parce que... Y'a quoi par là? Oh là! J'ai l'impression que... Ouais, j'ai l'impression que c'est un... Bon, on va peut-être discuter d'abord avec notre ami avant d'appuyer sur n'importe quoi et de... faire des bêtises qu'on pourrait... Un réseau de... Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il nous raconte?
36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by... is it 30 or... Oh! Hello!
Yes, based on your presumed body weight, I'd say multiplying by 30 is correct.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. That would be nice. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's like a wire stretched beyond its breaking point. Never a harsh word to anyone, but being in his presence, well, it's as if his stress is infectious. Best not to push him. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds. 3 days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused no shortage of destruction. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
C'est mieux. Alors, on a débloqué une nouvelle quête liée à la quête principale, mathématiques discrètes. Le laboratoire de recherche sur la rayon N a été envahi par des sectaires fous. Pire encore, certains d'entre eux ont été déphasés, les rendant invisibles à l'œil nu. Occupez-vous des sectaires et retrouvez Victor pour contrecarrer les plans de Devry. Obtenez le scanner à rayon N. Un parler de scanner rayon N capable de... Ok. Ah ben ça va s'opérer là-dedans quoi. Ben écoutez, on va s'arrêter là-dessus. Donc la prochaine fois, on attaquera mathématiques discrètes et puis on continuera sur les traces de la traîtresse dans ce labo.